And welcome to an installment of Ben's Junk so small you can fit it in the palm of your hand. But it doesn't make it any less potent though, of course. So anyway, today's video is going to be just kind of an exercise in nostalgia on my part. And so I want to take a look back at this point, my two little handheld LCD TVs. So this isn't going to be too involved a video here, or too long a one for that matter. But this is the original here. This is my, generically speaking, my Casio Super Crystal Vision. And I got this for my birthday in 1998. And these things, I think, ran for like $90 at the time. It seems like they were under 100. Now, this was the second portable TV I ever owned. The first one I covered the same model of fairly recently on another Ben's Junk, and that was an at least Action rebranded one, 5-inch black and white CRT. And I mentioned in there that the one I had that I'd gotten for Christmas in 1995 had died on me within a couple of weeks. They were just so cheaply, badly built. But yeah, it took me till 98 to get this one. And it is 27 years later, we'll call it, as of my making this, still in service. And it doesn't show any great signs of slowing down. So anyway, yeah, back in the old days, I used this a fair amount. Just kind of, I used to DX with this, actually. I would stand, we lived on top of a hill, 2-story house, and I would kind of go around and, if I was bored, try and pick up whatever TV stations I could. And once in a while, we lived in suburban Denver. Once in a while, I could get Grand Junction on this, the other side of Colorado, the other side of the Rocky Mountains, if it was a really good day. And I could semi-reliably pick up Colorado Springs or maybe Cheyenne, Wyoming on this thing. So yeah, it certainly had a place in my blackened heart for that one. And then back then, I would also admittedly take this, kind of smuggle this to school with me once in a while. And like at lunchtime in middle school, like find a quiet little corner and watch whatever happened to be on during the day. And then we would have power outages on a semi-regular basis in beautiful downtown Aurora. They were just a part of life. And so at least up through the end of the analog era, this was my go-to for news and whatever information. And of course, a portable radio as well. Take it with me if there was a tornado warning or something, which happened less and less as the years went by and the area got more developed and there was just less place for a tornado to take off. But anyway, yes, in the years since analog TV ended, this has become my big test thing for when I do micro broadcasting. And so if I'm doing a micro broadcasting thing for archive, I use this to check to make sure that the picture and sound are working okay, and also to test the range. So I'll walk around with this, obviously with the antenna actually extended, and you know, if things are going a little farther than I want them to, I can kind of dial it back. But that's actually very rarely a problem. It's more of an atmospheric thing than anything of my doing when that happens. So anyway, speaking of micro-broadcasting, I am not doing any micro-broadcasting at all today. So what you're seeing here is, I showed this in the video I did on both the Action TV and the Sony Watchman, was just a normal coax cable with the appropriate 3.5mm adapter attached. So what we're doing for content at the moment here is I've got my NewTek Calibar test pattern generator running into my old VHS deck composite and then running RF out to this. And just to show that there is truly no trickery, yeah, back at nothing, and I'll scan the channels. This does bleed a little on channel 7, I've noticed. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but if you look at the bottom part of the shot, you can still see the test pattern kind of leaking through there. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing anything sneaky with this, and UHF should come up totally clean. Yep. So anyway, There we go. And actually, I'll go ahead and shut this off for now so we can take a little poke around here. Obviously, as I mentioned, it does have a built-in antenna. There was an AC adapter for this, but it was aftermarket, and I've never owned it. And I've never felt a need to, because this runs on 3 AA batteries, and this is actually a really good, efficient, well-designed TV. You can run a long freaking time on just 3 AA's on this. So yeah, I just never felt the need to plug it into the wall. So they kind of had the design down to a science by the late 90s here. And for those of you who are nerds about model number, this is the EV510B, if memory serves, yes. Probably 1998 model, design model, certainly no earlier than 97. Again, I got it in 98. Now, if we look down the side here, well, we'll start over here since there's a lot less to go on. You just have the switch between off, VHF, and UHF. But over here, we have actually some toys. So we got the usual volume, brightness, and there's an earphone jack, mono only. But hey, this sucker's got an AV jack. Now, that can be kind of a tricky thing because these, like if it's composite and stereo audio to 3.5 millimeter, there's all different designs of those things. And actually V Westlife a few years ago did a really great video on the differences between all of these and just how maddening a world it is. But it didn't come with this, but thankfully, just over the years, I've built up enough of these things to where I can just go direct in. I don't have to change channels at all. So whatever random channel happens to be on at the moment, it works. And it's actually a real nice, if my camera will focus, a real nice, clean, clear signal. So yeah, it's just, they've got a lot into a little package, and like I said, it's aged wonderfully. In theory, for how much use this has had over the years, it should be absolutely falling apart at this point, but kind of the worst of it is some kind of semi-permanent smudges, and the sticker saying Super Crystal Vision has started to come off a little. But anyway, let me take a cut here and we'll look at my secondary little TV. Okay, here's my other TV, and it's still a Casio, and it's from, I'd guess, about the same time period, late 90s. And I don't like this one near as much. This is a TV 995. I really couldn't tell you much about it, but it's got fewer features, the tuner is nowhere near as good, and it eats batteries like crazy and takes more batteries than the other one. So anyway, first and foremost, that's about as good as the screen looks, either in person or on camera. And unlike the other TV, you do kind of have to have this one at just the right angle. And indeed, you got to have the brightness just about right. And it's kind of hard to get an even semi-accurate reading on this thing. But I'll also show you, whereas the other one could pick up a bit of a harmonic broadcast on channel 7, so to speak. I mean, there is no actual broadcasting here. That does not happen here. It's just going to whiz right by it and park itself right back at channel 3. And just for a lark, we'll just take a quick spin through the nothingness that is UHF at this point. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, I have no idea how much these cost, but I'd imagine it was a bit less. I'd imagine this was more like a $60 TV as opposed to $90 or $100 with the other one. But anyway, yeah, let me turn this off and I'll unplug our material and I'll just kind of show you around. We got the same switch here as the other one, off, VHF, and UHF. Underneath the antenna, we got a place for an AC adapter, which I've never felt the need to buy. Although this might tempt me in a way, but then again, I'd probably just replace the other Casio with the same model. Telescoping antenna, just like the other one. We got the usual kickstand, which is actually a lot stiffer on this one than the other model, and it makes a horrible click when you put it back. deafening. So otherwise here, some stuff got moved around. So on the top, we still got the external antenna jack and same old mono earphone jack. We got volume and brightness controls on the side here, but no AV input this time around. Now I mentioned this thing's a battery hog by comparison. So anyway, you might be thinking, Benny boy, that's the same 3 batteries. Nope, there's a 4th one in there. And indeed, you have to take the entire bottom of the TV off instead of just a little panel just to get those batteries in there. So yeah, it's truly meant as a backup, but by the same token, I got this out of a thrift store bin for about $5, probably around 2015. I would have been making archive by this point and probably starting to do a little micro broadcasty type stuff in there. But yeah, I figured I'd just throw this one in. So otherwise, the only place left to go with this whole concept, I suppose, would be to get some proper stuff, material going with moving images and sound and stuff so you can see and hear these suckers properly in action. And otherwise, that's going to be it for today. So I guess I'll go ahead and hang it up on the vocal front. We'll do a more thorough demo thing, and then we'll call it a day.
And don't forget to clean your room.
It's not that bad. Looking for something cool to do? You can pop into Burger King. All right! Where can you find the hottest cars around? At Burger King, new BK Racers. There's Magilla, Fred, Scooby. 5 cars in all. One with every Kids Club meal.
Going somewhere?
Burger King Kids Club. Great food, cool stuff, kids. Oh.
All day, you gotta do what they say. But lunchtime is all yours. That's why there's Lunchables Pizza from Oscar Mayer. Make your own 3 real pizza crusts, sauce, all the toppings. You don't need to heat it, no matter how you eat it. Lunchables brand pizza from Oscar Mayer. Your pizza has arrived.
Is the cost of your newspaper advertising going to good use? Fewer people are reading the paper. And more people are watching cable TV. Put cable TV to work for you.
Call TCI Media Services at 603-6100.
Now there are easy-to-use TV parental guidelines to help you choose what you want your children to watch. TV parental guidelines, we thought you'd like to know. And to know more, call 1-800-724-7548 for a free brochure.
Is there a Nobel Prize for gluttony? Didn't think so. Fat Cat is back on Cartoon Network.
Ronald, there's a giant fry-eating bush outside. And it ate all our fry.
A fry-eating bush, huh? Come on.
There it is.
Aha! Fry Kids!
Whoa.
That's the old pile of Fry Kids that looks like a bush trick.
I told you we should have been a tree. Fresh from their road trip to McDonald's, the Mighty Ducks take the ice. Only it's wood, because it's a coffee table. Fake to the fries. Ah, Wild Wings in the stands.
There's one duck in a puck with each McDonald's Happy Meal you buy.
Time out. Wash off the dog drool.
Cookies. Say, I think our neighbor might like one, too.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Got milk?
Over 1,000 nominations, 342 movies, 311 awards. Only one channel. It's 31 days of Oscar, all next month, commercial-free. Call your cable company and vote for Turner Classic Movies.
The All About Kids Expo is about
exploring new activities or discovering a world of adventure inside a 22-foot globe.
Come and sing along with Recording artists, Parachute Express, and Kids Skits.
It's non-stop interactive fun and entertainment.
It's the All About Kids Expo, March 1st and 2nd. Free children's tickets at Colorado National Bank.
Limit 2 free kids per paying adult. It's all about me.
Madam says nothing cleans windows better than her blue cleaner.
Madam says her windows look glorious lately.
Madam doesn't know I've switched to Cinch in the orange bottle. Its even dry action streaks less than the leading blue cleaner. And look how quickly Cinch cuts grease. So I may never need a second cleaner. Madam needn't know I've bagged her blue cleaner too.
I doubt she's ever looked in the cleaning closet, or she'd know about these.
Cinch, it does great windows. And then some.
Hi, I'm Reggie Rivers. The Denver Broncos Charity Funds wants to invite you, all kids and their teachers, grades 3 through 12, to join our special team, the 1997 statewide Anne Frank Art and Writing Competition Team. To get the details and learn about the cash prizes, call 303-871-2516. But you have to get busy. All entries must be received by March 7th, 1997. What do you think Anne Frank would say about what's going on in the world today? 303-871-2516.
We've got 247,000 square feet of warehouse space. That's about 7 football fields.
We found hundreds of one-onlys, factory overstocked items, and damaged merchandise, and we moved it into our showrooms and marked everything down.
These nice Ashley storage tables are made to sell for $2.99, are now just $88 your choice. Or these country solid wood tables are now $69 for the end table, $79 for the cocktail or sofa table, and $99 for the nice gallery display table.
There's more to the Colorado Youth Symphony Orchestra than just beautiful music. You'll learn about teamwork, you'll learn about building your confidence, you'll learn about performing, and you'll meet a whole new group of friends. If you're a musician between the ages of 10 and 17, give us a call at 690-6384 for concert and audition information. Colorado Youth Symphony Orchestra, it's for you.
Kids Skits.